Hey guys, it's Nicole. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new and you're coming back, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the SUMIF formula in Excel. So I'm going to give you a breakdown on, the different parts of it and how to use it, depending on your data set. And then I'm also going to give you an example of how I like to use it in something such as a leaderboard. So I'll walk you through that at the end of the video as well. And yeah, if you have any questions or comments regarding the content I cover, feel free to leave them below. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so this is the data set that I created to show you how to use the SUMIF formula. So just to give you a breakdown of what I'm going to be working with, I just went ahead and created this raw data table right here. So let's say you own a store and you have sales consultants and you want to basically determine how they're doing at the end of every month based on annual performance. So let's say, you collect this data on a monthly basis for each of your sales consultants and you put it into this table. And basically, let's say you send an email out to all your sales consultants at the end of every month and let them know how their sales have been throughout the year. So we can use the SUMIF formula to do this really quickly using this data. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So first, let's talk about the SUMIF formula and how to use it. So the SUMIF formula has three different pieces we'll need to identify to make this formula work. So the first one is going to be your range. This range needs to include whatever criteria you're wanting this formula to basically identify and pull based off of. So what I mean by that is, let's say, in this case, we want the SUMIF formula to look for a name. In this case, we want the SUMIF formula to look for James, and then whenever it sees James, we want it to then pull a number based off of wherever it sees James. So the range needs to include that criteria that we're going to select and, basically the criteria that we want this formula to pull based off of. So in this case, our range is going to be DD. And the reason it's going to be DD is because all the names are in this column, right? So that's going to be the range we need to input there. So then I'm going to put a comma in. Next, we need to identify the criteria. So in this case, the criteria that we're searching by, or we want this formula to search by, is the name. So in this case, since I'm putting the formula in this cell right here, we want it to look for James. So I'm going to go ahead and select James. Another thing you can do if you're not just referencing a particular cell is you can type it in as well. So if I were to just type in this, I would type in James and make sure you have the quote marks in there as well. It's really important for it to work properly. And then you can use it that way as well. But for now, I'm going to use this reference cell. Then I'm going to put a comma in, and then last but not least, I need to identify the sum range. So this is basically the column that you need to select, or the range of cells that need to be inclusive of what we actually need to sum based on our criteria. So in this case, since basically we want to identify total sales for, the year so far in this case, then I'm going to select JJ because this is a, sum. This is a total amount of all the sales so far. So since we already have that summed out in this column right here, that is the sum range I want to select from. So then I'm just going to put a parentheses, and then I'm going to hit enter. So as you can see, this formula went ahead, and basically what the formula does is it says, okay, this is the criteria you want us to search for. Where do we need to locate James? Okay, I need to locate James from, column D. So I go ahead and look through column D, and wherever I see James, I'm then going to go over here and pull that cell and that value within that cell from. So that's kind of how the formula works. If you are building something out like this and you want to apply, the formulas to additional, names down below, all you need to do is simply just come to the bottom right and then drag it down. And as long as you didn't lock any part of the formula here, you should be, good to go on that. It shouldn't, cause any issues with your formula. So as you can see, they're all pulling, correctly based on, the name of the sales consultant. So yeah, that sums up, my SUMIF explanation. If you have any questions related to anything I covered in this video, if you need me to, explain it in a different way, please let me know. I hope this was helpful for you. But yeah, I hope that was easy to follow. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions or comments related to what I covered. Thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of your day.